for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me,
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They go play action now. Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go.
To throw is Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, that one caught by Tyreek Hill. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Off the option, here's Henry. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go. And he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lance. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A beautiful fake. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a play fake. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ooh, the juke. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And it's caught. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Taylor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Here's Taylor again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. They'll try and run. Get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in and they'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Lance. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Georgia Bulldog fighting his way into the backfield.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. McPherson's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 3rd down, Jackson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles Darpin. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for a save. Gregory Rousseau able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. And going deep for Hill. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Lance now on 1st down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd down and goal. Lance. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
45. No.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Lance to throw it. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his lance on third down.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. Touchdown, Falcons!
Jonathan Taylor.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And it's 21-3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw there into the hands of Ross. From the 45 on second down, Jackson finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Tate there to make the grab. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following a touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Lance.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Isaiah Simmons.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Lance going to throw. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Lance looking to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this returnable for Hill. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now it's Jackson.
Flushed out right.
Going deep downfield for Ross.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson
steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll roll him out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. The give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Pushes him over. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now, trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. He takes it across for a touchdown. Taking the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point try now for Venvik. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
They'll look to throw.
He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw.
He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Lance now to throw.
Flushed out right.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Defensively now, 1 more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
To throw, it's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. One last shot for Jackson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Falcons are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. But truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chopped it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a